This land is your land. This land is my land. From California, well, to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. I tell ya, this land was made for you and me.
Hello, I'm Markie Shinn from Markie's World, and I have with me today is Sharon O Johnson.
The appellate court also sets precedent, which means that once the appellate court issues a ruling on an issue, all the lower courts in that district have to follow that ruling on their future cases.
Okay.
So, that's extremely important for our community as well. And then, of course, you have the Supreme Court. And so if you think the appellate court got it wrong, you can then appeal to go to the Supreme Court, and ask them to hear your case.
And
but
the
again,
Supreme that's the top.
Yes.
Okay.
But again, they don't have to. They can decide, no, that issue's already been decided. We don't need to waste our time reviewing that again. So we're going to let the appellate court's ruling stand.
Now, you're basically kind of young. Are the judges still, I mean, remember on television they always look a little...
You're too kind.
They look a little older, so
Yeah.
You're basically one of the younger ones, aren't you?
I would be on the appellate court. You start seeing people appointed or running for judge, 40-ish, which is considered young.
Yeah.
But, mid-40s and up, is a good age for a new judge.
So you're going to be a new judge.
Yes.
I am so proud of you. So
Thank you.
What's the process? Now you have to get elected.
Yeah, so we had to collect petitions. I needed 5,050 signatures of registered voters in Cook County to say, yes, we think she should be on the next ballot.
Okay.
So it wasn't a vote. When they signed, it's just saying, yeah, give her a chance to get on the ballot. So after we turn those in, then we get ready for the election, the primary. The primary is March 17th, 2020.
Okay.
And whoever wins that will then go on to the general election. Now, one thing about Cook County is that it's primarily Democratic. So we don't have very many Republicans who are going to run in the general election. So I have to put all my eggs into this primary.
Right.
So if I win the primary, then 9 times out of 10 I'm not going to be opposed at the general.
Okay.
So March 17th, which is also St. Patrick's Day.
Okay. So what's after that, March 17th? Yeah, that's my son's birthday too.
Okay.
So after then, they would announce it, or that's when we get the votes in.
Right. You'll know who won the primary.
Okay.
And then we're just waiting for the general election. Now, this is also a presidential election year. So March 17th, I expect a lot of people to get out and vote. Not just Johnson for justice, but also vote for your president. It's a very important year. It's also election for our Supreme Court, the state of Illinois Supreme Court.
Hear all this?
Yeah, so Justice Charles Freeman was the first and only African-American Supreme Court justice in the state of Illinois.
Wow.
And after serving, I think it was 27 or 28 years, I could be mistaken, he's recently retired.
Okay.
And so they did appoint a justice to fill his position until the election. But we have probably 7 to almost 10 candidates now to fill that spot. And again, he was the first and only African American. They did assign someone, but we're trying to keep that seat.
Right, that's what I was going to ask.
Yes.
Are there any candidates that are African American?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I can't name one without naming all of them because I don't want to get on anyone.
Right. We don't want to. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. But good luck to everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So.
Yes.
We're not going to say if. We just say when these things happen, and it will. But so has this during this election? Has it? I mean, like revved up with the family and things that you have to do, or are you spending more time? Have you found any time for yourself and do your nails?
Not much time, but what I do is I try to take advantage of every opportunity. So over the Thanksgiving holiday, my sister-in-law was in town from California. And so she wanted to, the ladies to go out to a movie. So we went to the movie, but of course, while we're there, I'm passing out cards to all
the movie?
People. We went to see, oh goodness.
Harriet?
I can't think of the name of it right now.
Oh, okay. Well, never
the
mind.
one about the man and woman on the run. They had been.
Okay.
It'll come to me later.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't. Yeah, but I know what you said.
Well, that tells you how important the movie was. I was there to campaign.
I mean that's good.
But it was a great time. But. You
still have to intermingle with that.
Absolutely.
That's good. It's still you get a chance to be with your family and to do things like that. So tell me, I just want to know a little something about you. Like what after you come home from work, what do you do?
When I'm not campaigning,
right?
And I come home after work.
What's that meal that you make for hubby? And
I
don't say TV dinners.
No, I'm not an elaborate cook, but it's important that my children have home cooked meals. So. I do basic things. I make very good catfish.
Oh, I love catfish.
My husband's from the East Coast, so they don't do a lot of catfish.
Oh, okay.
But I do very good catfish. I'm from the South Side of Chicago, so I make chili. I make the spaghetti. I'm trying to do more healthy options. Yeah. So I don't fry, but I do do oven baked, which is really good.
Yeah, that is. It's important too.
So those types of basic staples.
Because you still have to think about being a judge, and then also have to think about health for you and your family and all these other things. It's a lot being, women are so important to this world.
Yeah. So absolutely, yes. But as I can't forget about my husband, my sons. They're also why I do this. I know their struggles as well. One of the reasons I moved to the south suburbs was because I had we have a blended family. So my son was growing up, and I just couldn't move because of my position. I have to reside in Cook County, but I thought that it was getting dangerous for our young African American males. And I struggle with that, and particularly being in the legal profession, it's difficult because I've certainly taken an oath, but I also am a wife and mother, and I see what's happening out there.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad that you've brought your children up to be certain ways and you educated them, and then you have to worry about them being mistreated. Yes. Even as they get older, as an adults or teens, and that's something that's.
But I also, from a different perspective, in my courtroom, another reason why I issue orders that I believe are practical and make sense, and why I take it to heart is because I know that those children that are affected by the court orders that I enter are interacting with my children. These are the same children
Right.
that go to school with my
Yes,
children,
that's
are on the
true.
playground.
That is true. That is true.
So I want them to be happy.
That is so
So,
true.
you know, I mean, you just, again, I'm just very practical, you
'Cause
know.
you never know who you're talking to. Or
Absolutely.
Yeah, that
And
is.
then also from a religious point of view, you know, there but for the grace of God, there go I. I could very well be standing on the other side of that bench,
Yeah.
you know, in that courtroom.
Yeah, you never know.
Yes.
With the way things are sometimes, you never know where a person could be. Thank God that, you know, a lot of things about being raised on the south side of Chicago, it seems like it's so family oriented. Like,
Yes.
I don't know how to say it, but I'm always comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's where for me, because I'm always from the south side. But what would you tell someone that's went halfway as far as you've gone? What to expect going up the ladder a little bit more? Like, say, if I was a young person, I want to become a lawyer and then maybe become a judge. What do you think?
Well, I think one, never forget your base.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you have to maintain relationships with not just your immediate family, but the people that you grow up with. Doesn't mean you have to take the same path that they did, but that's going to be your base. When you start running for judge or start practicing law, those are the people who knew you when and who are going to have your back, and you need that, because you know when you get out there, it's a difficult road, and it's all about relationships. And you know, my father used to try to tell me to network and teach me to network, and I didn't recognize the value. I certainly do now.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Because you know, people say, oh, why do you put your high school on your literature? It's because those people, you know, knew me when, and are going to support me.
That's when you were formed and becoming
Yes.
who you are.
Yes, so, you know, persevere. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I come from, you know, meager beginnings. I was born and raised in West Pullman, Roseland area.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, you just have to, once you have that support, you know, then they're going to help shore you up.
Right.
You're going to have difficult times, but God allows U-turns. And you just have to pick yourself up. It's not what happened, but what you do about the situation that occurred. And all of us have been through something.
Yeah,
that's the truth
trials
of the
and
matter.
tribulations are for everybody, but that's what you have to do, is have that belief and that faith and keep going. And I have to say, Miss Judge Sharon O Johnson, I feel closer to you. Thank you so much for allowing me to come here, because I mean, it just seemed like I'm talking with I'm speaking with a school member or something, because we're the same age.
Okay.
We're young.
I know. You were baiting me, but I wasn't going to take the bait and give you my age.
Oh, no, we don't have to do that. But we're the same age, and but I am really grateful that I've had the opportunity to have time to sit down and speak with you, and to be able to share this with the residents of Chicago and some other parts of Illinois, that they could get a chance to meet you and learn more about you, because there's so much more to you, you know, that we have to do this again, Sharon.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I've, you know, been involved in many organizations. I've been a mentor to other judges. I've taught other judges. I've chaired the Illinois Judicial Council, which is an organization of African American judges, predominantly African American judges, because there are other nationalities that have become members. But, you know, I would encourage you learn more about me, and if you want to volunteer with the campaign or invite me out to a tea or something, you know, because I need time to relax. You're right.
you do.
You know, visit the website, reach out to me, and you know, and I'll see you on the other side. So.
Okay, well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Wave goodbye,
Bye.
Judge.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Johnson for Justice.
This land is your land.